So I talk to a lot of people on a, let's say, daily and like a weekly basis. And I've noticed that there has been like some shifts in my life for the better when it came to meeting new people that I want to talk about in this video, because this channel is designed just to help people learn how to have better like social skills and meet new people. And this is coming from experience. Life gets better when you learn how to meet new people and have better conversational skills. And that's what I want to talk about, is all the benefits of, off the top of my head, of what I've seen happen, and maybe encourage you guys to learn how to just, meet and talk to more people. So before I get into the video, if you guys like what you see, please give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Brand new channel, you would help promote the video into the algorithm. All right, first thing is, one, I meet more people. Now, when I say meet more people, I'm not saying like you could make a lot of friends by doing this. If you're I'm a very friendly person, but I'm very selective on who it is that I hang out with. However, at like the gym, for example, I know pretty much everybody that goes to the gym, like during the times that I go. So when I'm there, there's always somebody that I can like wave to, or I can go and talk to, whether that's a dude or a chick. There's always somebody. So I know, like working at home, I work from home all day. I talk to a YouTube channel, and I talk to a YouTube camera, or I talk to, people that I work with. So like when I need to socialize, so I need to get out in person somewhere to do that. Otherwise I get like weird. So my way of socializing is usually first thing in the morning at like 9 through 11, I'll go to the gym and I'll do that. So that's the time that I like going. And when you like meet new people, so you're going to meet new people, and because you're meeting new people, you're like, if you're ever feeling like, quote unquote, like lonely, well, you know that you could just leave the house, go to the gym, or go to like a restaurant, or go somewhere out in public, and you're likely going to at least say hi to somebody. So not only are you learning how to meet new people, you're going to make new friends, or at least new acquaintances, but if you're ever like bored or lonely, you need to get out of the house to go and do something, to be in like a social environment or talk to somebody, you're going to have the ability to be able to go and do that. Because one of the things that I think stops a lot of people from going out in public is like, if you have to go somewhere out in public by yourself, and that can be very jarring, or like jarring or boring, I don't know the word for it, especially if you've never done it. Like, I have a long-haired European German Shepherd, so when I go somewhere, I'll just take him with me because it makes me feel like somebody else is with me. So I can go to a restaurant by myself, and if I had the dog there, I don't care if I talk to somebody. I'll just people watch and have a good time, and I got the dog with me. I'll get him fries, and I'll just feed him and hang out with myself. Now, because of how beautiful he is, I usually get approached by somebody asking me to like meet the dog or whatever. But if I didn't have him and I wanted to go somewhere, I would have the ability to be able to do that. That's because I've forced myself into positions to where like I've had to go out in public. I don't know if that made sense or not, but what I mean is like people have a very hard time going out somewhere by themselves. They rely on others. So when you learn how to become more social, you're going to become, and especially as a man, this is so important. As a man, this is one of the most impactful things you can ever have on your life, is learning how to be okay by yourself, especially if you're talking to a girl and she pulls away, you're not going to like freak out. So this is a skill set. So to recover, you're going to meet new friends or acquaintances. You're going to be able to go out in public by yourself, which is a skill set everybody needs to have, because if you're learning how to become happier by yourself, if you meet somebody, that relationship's going to be stronger because you're not going to rely on them for happiness. And if you rely on somebody else for happiness, that's an insecurity that could ruin that relationship, simply because if your partner's not spending time with you, you're going to be in a bad mood and might start a fight. You see, I hope that makes sense, guys. And now, because you're going to be able to talk to people, when you go out and talk to people, I think the most important thing that I have seen so far is it doesn't matter what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm in a blah mood, a bad mood, or a really fucking good mood, if I start talking to people, I naturally find myself getting into a better mood. Socializing has this weird effect where it doesn't matter what mood you're in. Now, if you're like, super depressed, you're likely not going to want to talk to anybody anyways. But like if you're pissed off and you're like at the gym working out trying to get some stress out and you're still willing to talk to people, when you talk to them, your mind's not going to fixate on that negative. Your mind's going to be fixating onto that person. And if you know the person and you're venting about your problems, this is why therapy works so well, because when you speak about, like when you talk about something like a negative problem, your nervous system's releasing that negative energy. That's why therapy works, is because people are able to talk about they're processing the bad. So naturally, talking to more people is going to put you in a better mood. And I have noticed, I am like, I had my neighbor one time, not long ago, he was like, dude, how the hell are you always smiling and in a good mood? He goes, it's crazy. Kid in a wheelchair that you would think would be like, hate life, you're just smiling all the time. Well, that's because I don't hang around negative ass people. The last person that approached me that was being negative, I told him, like, dude, I don't want to be around that. I'm sorry. If you're going to talk like that, please get away from me. We can catch up another time, but I am having such a good day and I don't want that energy rubbing off on me. And when you become happier because you're talking to people, and humans are naturally social anyways, which is why, like, we're built to connect. We're literally wired to connect. So anybody that prefers being by themselves, if you understand attachment styles, is more avoidant, they have to be conditioned to believe that people are bad. That is not normal. People, for the most part, are good. Talking to people is good because humans are built to connect. And when you talk to people, you just become in a better mood. And when you're happy, life gets so much better. People ask me all the time. They're like, how are you? I'm like, I'm fucking great. My life gets better every single day. It just keeps getting better. Even if nothing crazy happens, it just keeps getting better. Why? Because I love my life. I love the person I am. I love the man I'm becoming. I love the fact that I have an ability to go and talk to people no matter where I'm at. I love the fact that I can teach people how to do what I'm doing so other people can share the experiences that I'm talking about. Meeting new people makes life so much better. And from a relationship point of view, if you're a guy or a girl wanting to find a girlfriend or a guy friend, well, women do the selecting, women do the choosing. So for women, this isn't as big of a deal. But for men, if you want a girlfriend, you got to talk to a lot of girls, bro. It's a numbers game. It's all a numbers game. You got to keep meeting girls until one of them chooses you. Now, of course, she's got to meet your criteria. Like if she's got a lot of red flags, this is Dating Mitchell coming out on my first channel. Don't. But if you're looking to get a girlfriend or go on dates or have sex, well, you got to talk to girls. You can't just expect them to come to you. So from a relationship standpoint, or even if you are a girl, I've had girls approach me. I've had girls ask me for my phone number. But because they're asking, if you're able to just talk to people out in public, that if you're looking for a relationship, you're more likely to find it. What you focus on expands. So if you go and talk to somebody, if you're a guy, you're playing the numbers game. But if you're a girl, you do the choosing for the most part if the guy came up to you. But I mean, regardless of the scenario, it doesn't matter. You can find that relationship and your personal life can be fulfilled. From a business standpoint, coming from a guy that used to work, I work for myself. I used to be an advertiser before I started coaching. You got to cold approach, but you got to cold pitch people. You got to start talking to a lot of people that ignore you, that tell you no, that tell you to fuck off, that try to fight you. I've never had anybody say F off. I've seen people in groups have people say that, but I have never, and I've pitched hundreds of people. I have never had that. I've had one guy that told me to leave him alone. That was the worst that's ever happened, but I've never had someone tell me to F off. But from a business point of view, you're going to get what you want if you keep approaching more people. I was raised when I was a child, stranger danger. That is, as a child, someone who can't defend himself, and I'm in a wheelchair now, bro. I can't even defend myself now. But I've had to uncondition myself, if that's the word. All right, I've been conditioned, don't talk to strangers, and that carries over to your adulthood. So then you're conditioned not to talk to strangers. And if you get into a sales job, you got to talk to strangers, and you're going to be fighting. That's why cold calling is so hard, because we've been conditioned stranger danger and like, what do I say? Blah, 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 blah. But I'm learning that the more people I talk to, the life just gets better. Because from a business point of view, everything, if you look at everything as a numbers game, you gotta talk to more girls. Eventually, you'll get a date. You got to talk to so many business owners, and eventually, someone's going to become your client. That's just how it works. This is why socializing is so fucking important for everybody, whether you're a guy or a girl. If you're introverted, I personally believe you just have not been taught the proper social skills in order to meet people, and that is why I have this channel. That is why I have this channel, to help people understand that strangers are not bad. Talking to people is fun. Listen to what I just said in this video, dude. Like I said, life for me is so good because I know I can meet and talk to strangers, and I want you to be able to as well. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're looking to improve your social skills, check out this video right here. You'll love that one as well. Guys, I'll see you in the next one.